Hello, my name is Graham Beath. I have been a trustee of VCI since 2017 and I've been the chair since 2021. VCI has been around since 1971. We've been providing advice and support to people in the community. Over the years we introduced a transport service, so we have many volunteers who using their own cars will drive people to important appointments, hospitals and doctors and dentists and all those sort of things. What we didn't have and what we saw as potentially a sort of gap in availability anywhere across the area, across the Vale, is wheelchair accessible vehicles. There don't seem to be very many around. I think some taxi companies perhaps have them, very expensive. And an opportunity came up for us to apply for a grant which enabled us to purchase a vehicle. It gave us a number of years funding to enable that to happen. And that's really, the idea was spawned from that.
My name's Tim Lancaster. I'm retired, have been retired for quite some while, and I'm a volunteer driver for the VCI. This is wonderful. It's previously I was using my wife's car because I've got a sports car, it's a silly car. But having this vehicle, it's we can get 7 in at a full load, and also a wheelchair passenger as well. And it's very versatile. It makes the whole thing much easier and much more comfortable to travel around in.
I think there's people who would really benefit from our transport service, but with a wheelchair it's very, very tricky. And the point about this vehicle is you can get more than one person in. So you're not singling someone out with their wheelchair and whisking them off. You can organise something which involves a number of people. It's inclusive and will really support people. I have a friend who lives in the area. His father had a stroke, was hospitalised for a bit. He's now at home, but he is, he's not very mobile and he really needs a wheelchair to get out and about. He's used it and found it really, really beneficial, particularly getting to the JR.
The transport thing is a big thing for me. I've got Parkinson's disease and I've got an appointment with a consultant in the Radcliffe in Oxford in August. And I don't know if you know, but parking and driving to Oxford is hell these days. So yesterday I asked VCI if I could book a lift for August, and that's arranged. And for a mere £30 I can get a lift and back to the Radcliffe.
My name's David Blomley. My main job role with the VCI is a volunteer driver, taking people to a day centre on a Thursday, but I also do quite a few of these pop-ups that we have now on a Wednesday afternoon. This vehicle has been a great benefit actually, not only just the wheelchair but also for carrying more people at the same time, but it has enabled us to bring people in wheelchairs that can't get out of their wheelchair into a car. So it's opened up a whole new marketplace almost for us to be able to drive people to and from venues.
I first got in touch with VCI when I got into a lot of debt, went to VCI, and of course they helped me out. And that was the start of being introduced to VCI. They're part of my life now. I need them so much to be able to get out. I live on my own, so it gives me a chance to be with friends, people that you would, to get to meet with people.
Well, recently I've been in touch with the VCI people in Wantage, and they've given me a list of venues which they could take me to. So I've got a list of nearly 8 venues now, which I could use if necessary. I've been coming to pop-up cafes organised by VCI for about a year now, and I've made lots of nice new friends, because I've been very lonely at home.
Not only that, they've got solicitors, advisors, they've got people that you can just go to and ask, and they help you out, even with your blue badges, that kind of thing.
So without the volunteer drivers, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And we drive people thousands of miles each year to appointments that otherwise they couldn't get to, or it would be very hard for them to get to on public transport or through taxis or what have you. So it makes a massive difference. It only works because we've got a good number of drivers who can cover various points across the week. And then of course we need some of those volunteer drivers to be trained up for our WAV vehicle here behind me. And we just want, to keep them all on board and continue to add additional drivers along the way.
More drivers are needed, that I do know. So if you volunteered, it will make great help to the charity and the other drivers. But be in no doubt, it's not easy. You do more than driving. You end up being a carer and taking people into places, out of places, and looking after them, and wheelchairs. And in that respect, it is quite rewarding.
I think if you have any idea you might like to do it, go for it. It's great fun, great experience. You get a good feeling that you're actually helping somebody. Some of these people that we take hardly get out at all during the week, and it's lovely to feel that we're able to take them either to a doctor's appointment or for these social occasions like the pop-ups and the day centres. I think it gives them a great benefit for their lives, and consequently the drivers get a lot of fun out of it too. And I've met some wonderful people on these trips. Really, really enjoy it.
The VCI is a company you can't be without.